Welcome to Thrive After 60, where every day is a new beginning.
Hello, and welcome to a video that could change the way you think about your health and your future. I'm a physician with over 30 years of experience in helping people live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Today, we're going to talk about something close to my heart: how to protect yourself from stroke, especially if you're 60 or older. Now, I know the word stroke can feel heavy, maybe even a little scary, but here's the good news. You have more power than you might realize to keep your brain sharp, your heart strong, and your independence intact. Picture this: you're pouring your morning coffee, maybe adding a little sugar, or you're reaching for the salt shaker to season your eggs. Perhaps you're skipping that morning walk because it's chilly outside, or you're staying up late to finish a favorite show. These small, everyday moments, the ones we barely notice, can quietly shape your health over time. But here's the exciting part. Those same moments can also become your greatest allies in preventing stroke, a condition that affects nearly 800,000 Americans each year, with 3/4 of those cases happening to people over 65, according to the CDC. Stroke doesn't always announce itself. It can happen in the middle of the night, during a quiet moment at home, or even while you're making your morning toast. But the truth is, up to 80% of strokes can be prevented, not with fancy gadgets or expensive programs, but with simple, thoughtful choices you can start making today. In this video, we're going to walk through 9 doctor-approved habits that can fit right into your daily life, whether you're in your kitchen, your bedroom, or your backyard. These habits are like seeds you plant now for a healthier, stronger tomorrow. So grab a cozy seat, maybe a glass of water, and let's take this journey together. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to protect your brain, boost your energy, and feel more in control of your health. Let's start with something we all love: breakfast, and how the first meal of your day can set the stage for a healthier heart and mind. Habit 1. Start your day with a stroke-smart breakfast. Let's begin in the kitchen, where your morning meal can either protect your blood vessels or quietly work against them. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to inflammation, high blood pressure, and blood sugar swings, all of which are major contributors to stroke risk. The CDC tells us that nearly 75% of strokes happen to people over 65, and what you eat first thing in the morning plays a big role in whether you're helping or hurting your arteries. When you wake up, your body is ready to reset for the day. The right breakfast can calm inflammation, keep your blood sugar steady, and make sure your blood flows smoothly to your brain. The wrong breakfast, though, can start a chain reaction, spiking your blood sugar, raising your blood pressure, and adding stress to your arteries. Chronic inflammation, the kind you don't feel, is like a slow-burning fire in your blood vessels. Over time, it can weaken them, make them stiff, or encourage blood clots to form, all of which increase your stroke risk. Let's focus on 3 types of foods that act like medicine for your arteries: healthy fats, antioxidants, and fiber. First, healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, are fantastic for reducing inflammation. You can find these in chia seeds, ground flax seeds, and walnuts. A study in the journal Stroke found that people who ate more plant-based omega-3s, like those in chia seeds, had a 27% lower risk of stroke. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds gives you about 5 grams of fiber and more omega-3s than a piece of salmon. Sprinkle them on your oatmeal, and you're already giving your blood vessels a boost. Next, let's talk about antioxidants, which are like tiny shields for your arteries. Berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries are packed with anthocyanins, compounds that protect your blood vessel walls from oxidative stress. Harvard researchers found that eating berries at least 3 times a week could lower your risk of heart attack and stroke by up to 32%. That's a powerful reason to add a handful of berries to your morning routine. Finally, fiber is your heart's best friend. Whole grains like plain oats or steel-cut oats contain beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that helps sweep bad cholesterol, LDL, out of your bloodstream. The American Heart Association recommends at least 25 grams of fiber a day, and a half cup of cooked oats gives you about 4 grams to start your day strong. Here's a breakfast idea that's quick, delicious, and kind to your heart. Take half a cup of cooked rolled oats, add half a sliced banana, a handful of mixed berries, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 5 to 7 walnut halves. For a touch of flavor, sprinkle on some cinnamon. It's naturally sweet and may help lower blood sugar. If you like, add a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt for protein and probiotics to support your gut health. This meal takes just 5 to 10 minutes to prepare, but it fuels your body for hours, keeping inflammation down and your blood vessels happy. Now let's talk about breakfast traps to steer clear of. Flavored instant oatmeal packets might seem convenient, but they can pack 12 to 16 grams of added sugar per serving. That's like eating 4 teaspoons of sugar first thing in the morning. That sugar spike can lead to a crash, leaving you tired and triggering inflammation. Processed meats like bacon or sausage are another no-go. Just 2 slices of bacon can have 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium, about 20% of your daily limit, which can stiffen your arteries and raise blood pressure. Even fruit juice, even if it's 100% juice, lacks the fiber of whole fruit and can spike your blood sugar as much as soda. A cup of orange juice has about 22 grams of sugar, similar to a can of cola. Start small. If you're used to sugary cereal, try mixing half cereal and half oats for a week, then gradually switch to all oats. If you love bacon, swap it for a slice of avocado on whole grain toast. It's creamy, satisfying, and full of heart-healthy fats. Your breakfast isn't just a meal. It's a daily choice that can protect your brain for years to come. Habit 2. Stay hydrated to keep your blood flowing. Let's move from your plate to your glass, because what you drink is just as important as what you eat. Did you know that something as simple as drinking enough water can lower your stroke risk? It's true, and here's why. When you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood gets thicker like syrup instead of water. Thicker blood is harder for your heart to pump, and it's more likely to form clots that can block a blood vessel in your brain. A study in the journal Stroke found that over 60% of people who had an ischemic stroke, the most common type, caused by a blocked blood vessel, were dehydrated when they arrive at the hospital. As we age, our sense of thirst isn't as sharp as it used to be. You might not feel thirsty, but your body still needs water to keep your blood pressure stable, flush out waste, and deliver oxygen to your brain. After 65, this becomes even more critical because your kidneys and blood vessels are more sensitive to dehydration. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of water a day, more if you're active or live in a warm climate. While water is your best friend, sugary drinks are the opposite. They're not just in sodas. Sugary culprits hide in flavored yogurts, bottled teas, energy drinks, and even healthy smoothies. The American Heart Association says women should limit added sugar to 24 grams a day and men to 36 grams. But a single sweetened yogurt can have 20 grams, and a can of soda can hit 40 grams. Sugar spikes your blood glucose, triggers inflammation, and pulls water from your tissues, making dehydration worse. It's a double hit to your stroke risk, thicker blood and higher inflammation. Here's a simple plan. Keep a reusable water bottle or glass within reach all day. Fill it first thing in the morning and set a goal to sip regularly, not just when you're thirsty. You can make water more appealing by adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or a sprig of mint. Herbal teas like chamomile or rooibos are great alternatives, especially in the afternoon when you might crave something sweet. Try this routine. Drink a glass of water when you wake up, one before each meal, and one in the mid-afternoon. It's a small habit with big benefits. I remember a patient, Margaret, a 68-year-old retired teacher. She came to me feeling tired and foggy, unaware she was mildly dehydrated. She loved her morning orange juice and afternoon soda, but she rarely drank plain water. We worked together to swap her juice for whole fruit and her soda for flavored water with a splash of lemon. Within a week, she felt more alert, and her blood pressure, which had been creeping up, started to stabilize. Small changes, big results. Habit 3. Walk after meals for better blood flow. Now let's get moving. Gently, I promise. One of the easiest and most powerful ways to protect your brain is to take a short walk after meals. I'm not talking about a marathon or even a brisk power walk. Just 10 minutes of easy strolling around your home, your yard, or even your hallway. This simple habit can make a huge difference. When you eat, especially if your meal has carbohydrates like bread, rice, or fruit, your blood sugar naturally rises. That's normal, but after 65, those spikes can be sharper and last longer, especially if you're sitting still. High blood sugar damages your blood vessels, increases inflammation, and puts stress on your heart. A study in the journal Diabetologia found that just 10 minutes of walking after a meal can lower blood sugar spikes by up to 22%. That's because your muscles use that sugar for energy, pulling it out of your bloodstream before it can do harm. Walking also boosts circulation, lowers blood pressure, and reduces the fatigue and brain fog you might feel after eating. This is especially important after dinner, when many of us sit on a couch or watch TV. That sedentary time lets blood sugar linger, adding stress to your blood vessels overnight, a hidden stroke risk. Set a goal to move for 10 minutes after each meal. Walk in place while tidying the kitchen, stroll around your garden, or pace your living room while chatting on the phone. If you're worried about the weather, indoor walking works just as well. Make it fun. Invite your spouse, call a friend, or listen to calming music. The key is movement, not speed or distance. You'll feel your legs loosen up, your mind clear, and your energy lift. If 10 minutes feels like a lot, start with 5 and build from there. Keep a pair of comfortable shoes by the door to make it easy to step out. Over time, this habit becomes second nature, and your body will thank you with better blood flow and a calmer heart. Habit 4. Swap salt for flavorful spices. Let's head back to the kitchen, but this time we're not eating, we're seasoning. Salt is a sneaky culprit when it comes to stroke risk. High blood pressure is the #1 modifiable risk factor for stroke, and too much salt is one of the fastest ways to push your blood pressure up. After 65, your kidneys and blood vessels are more sensitive to sodium, making it even more important to keep an eye on it. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium a day for older adults. That's about 2/3 of a teaspoon. But the average American eats over 3,400 milligrams, more than double the limit. The catch? Most of that salt doesn't come from the shaker on your table. About 70% comes from processed foods, canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, bread, and even healthy snacks like veggie chips. A study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that cutting sodium by just 1,000 milligrams a day can lower systolic blood pressure by 5 to 6 millimeters of mercury, and every 10 millimeters of mercury drop reduces stroke risk by 27%. The good news is you don't have to sacrifice taste to cut salt. Nature offers a treasure chest of flavors that are kind to your heart. Try these. Garlic contains allicin, which lowers blood pressure and cholesterol. Roast it for soups or mince it for sauces. Turmeric. Its curcumin reduces inflammation and improves circulation. Add it to rice or scrambled eggs. Rosemary, thyme, oregano, basil. These herbs are rich in antioxidants that support artery health. Lemon juice or apple cider vinegar adds brightness to dishes, reducing the need for salt. Extra virgin olive oil, packed with polyphenol, it lowers blood pressure and fights inflammation. Imagine you're making roasted potatoes. Instead of seasoning salt and vegetable oil, toss them in extra virgin olive oil, minced garlic, rosemary, and a pinch of turmeric. Finish with a splash of lemon juice. The sodium drops from 800 milligrams to under 100 milligrams, and the flavor is rich and satisfying. Your arteries will thank you. Start small. Cook one meal a day from scratch using herbs instead of salt. Taste your food before salting, and give your taste buds 2 to 3 weeks to adjust. Soon you'll find that less salt tastes just right, and your blood pressure will thank you. Habit 5. Protect your brain with better sleep. Now let's talk about something we all cherish: sleep. Believe it or not, how you sleep can affect your stroke risk. Up to 25% of strokes happen during sleep or shortly after waking, often without warning. Poor sleep, especially irregular sleep, throws off your body's natural rhythms, raising blood pressure, stress hormones, and blood sugar, all stroke risk factors. A study in neurology followed over 30,000 adults and found that irregular sleep patterns increase stroke risk by 22%, even if you're getting enough hours. Your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock, helps regulate blood pressure and inflammation. A steady sleep schedule keeps those systems in balance. One thing that can disrupt sleep, especially after 60, is caffeine. That afternoon coffee or tea can linger in your system for 6 to 8 hours, delaying sleep and reducing its quality. As we age, our liver processes caffeine more slowly, so a 3 p.m. cup might keep you up at 10 p.m. Try to avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. and opt for calming drinks like chamomile tea, rooibos, or warm water with lemon. Aim to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights an hour before bed, turn off screens, and try reading or listening to soft music. These small steps help your body wind down naturally, giving your heart and brain the rest they need. I had a patient, George, a 70-year-old widower who struggled with insomnia. He loved his evening coffee, but it was keeping him up past midnight, and his blood pressure was creeping up. We switched his evening drink to chamomile tea and set a consistent bedtime. Within a month, he was sleeping better, and his blood pressure dropped 10 points. Sleep isn't just rest, it's medicine. Habit 6. Know your heart rhythm. Let's talk about something you can't see, but can feel if you pay attention: your heart rhythm. After 65, one of the biggest stroke risks isn't high cholesterol or blood pressure. It's an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, or AFib. AFib makes your heart's upper chambers beat out of sync, increasing stroke risk fivefold because it can cause blood clots to form. Here's a simple way to check for AFib at home. Sit quietly, place 2 fingers on your wrist below your thumb, and feel your pulse. Count the beats for 15 seconds and multiply by 4 to get your heart rate. Aim for 60 to 100 beats per minute. More importantly, notice the rhythm. A steady thump-thump is normal. An irregular pattern like thump-pause-thump-skip could be a sign of AFib. Symptoms include fluttering in your chest, shortness of breath, fatigue, or dizziness. If you notice an irregular rhythm or symptoms, don't panic, but don't ignore it. Call your doctor and ask for an ECG, a quick test to check your heart rhythm. Catching AFib early can lead to treatments like blood thinners or medications that lower stroke risk. Check your pulse daily for a week to get to know your heart. It's a minute well spent. Habit 7. Prep your meals for success. Let's return to the kitchen for a habit that's all about planning ahead: meal preparation. When you're tired or hungry, it's easy to grab a salty frozen dinner or sugary snack. Prepping healthy meals in advance makes it easier to choose foods that protect your heart. Prepping meals saves time, reduces decision fatigue, and keeps you consistent with healthy eating. It also cuts down on processed food high in sodium and sugar. Try these ideas: fruit and nut salad cups, mix chopped apples, berries, walnuts, and a dash of cinnamon. Store in containers for a quick snack. Chia oatmeal jars. Combine rolled oats, chia seeds, unsweetened almond milk, and berries in a jar. Let it sit overnight for a ready-to-eat breakfast. Both take less than 10 minutes to prep and last several days in the fridge. Keep them at eye level so they're the first thing you see when you're hungry. Habit 8. Stay connected for a healthier heart. Health isn't just about food or exercise. It's about people. Social isolation increases stroke risk by 32%, according to studies, because loneliness raises stress hormones and makes it harder to stick to healthy habits. Join a walking group, take a senior yoga class, or volunteer at a local library. Even a weekly phone call with a friend can lift your spirits and lower your stroke risk. Eleanor, a 72-year-old patient, joined a senior walking group after a mini stroke. She made a friend, Mary, and they supported each other's health goals. 2 years later, Eleanor's blood pressure was stable. She'd lost weight, and she felt happier. Connection isn't just nice, it's vital. Habit 9, track your health numbers. Finally, let's tie it all together with a habit that takes just 5 minutes a week but could save your life, tracking your health. Monitor your blood pressure, aim for under 130/80 mmHg, heart rate, cholesterol, blood sugar, and weight. Keep a simple journal to note these numbers and any symptoms like headaches or fatigue. This helps you and your doctor spot patterns early. Don't forget your eyes, mouth, and gut. Vision changes, gum disease, or digestive issues can signal vascular problems. Regular checkups with your doctor, dentist, and eye specialist are your early warning system. Lesson summary and call to action. We've covered 9 simple habits to protect your brain and heart: a stroke-smart breakfast, staying hydrated, walking after meals, cutting salt, sleeping well, checking your pulse, prepping meals, staying connected, and tracking your health. These aren't just tips, they're tools to empower you to live with confidence and independence. If one of these habits resonated with you, start today. Pick one to try this week, maybe a berry-filled breakfast or a post-dinner walk. Share this video with a friend or a loved one, and let's spread the word that stroke prevention is within reach. Like this video, subscribe for more health tips, and comment below. Which habit are you starting first? For more on stroke-friendly foods, check out our next video, linked on the screen. Until then, take care, stay curious, and keep choosing health. You've got this.